Here's the weather forecast video for Wednesday, July the 13th, 2011. Let's first take a look at the satellite image from last evening. You can see some cloudiness extending from the Ohio and Missouri Valley westward into Wyoming and Colorado with a frontal system with showers and thunderstorms along it, and that's where they'll be for the next few days. Here's the watch warning map from around midnight last night. Flash flood watches over Utah, Colorado, and into Nebraska. Flood watch over Minnesota, and some wind advisories over the Northern Rockies and the Sierra Nevada. Here's the QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 7 o'clock. You can see the heaviest precipitation will be over Minnesota and southwestward, where upwards of 2 inches are possible, with lesser amounts down in through Iowa, down to 1/4 of an inch in some areas. Here's the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. today. See a big trough over the Pacific Northwest, with ridge still over the southern half of the country, and with that a high pressure will be moving in over western Lake Superior. That'll bring some easterly winds and some drier conditions to quite a bit of the state. If there will be any rain, it'll be over the far south and southwest. Thursday, that high begins to move toward Lake Huron. Moisture begins to build back. There could be several chances of showers and thunderstorms, especially over the western half of the state. Friday, most of the rain will be north of the state by this point, as we'll be into very warm air. Temperatures will begin climbing through the 80s to near 90 by Friday. We head to Saturday. Most of the moisture will still be north of the state. Southerly winds, temperatures will be in the 80s to lower to middle 90s. We head Sunday. Model wants to show some showers over the southern half of the state. It will likely be very isolated, if any at all. Highs will be in the lower to middle, if not upper 90s. Monday, same story. Very hot, very humid. If there's any showers, it'll be very isolated once again, and highs in the middle to maybe upper 90s. 100 may be possible. Tuesday will probably be a repeat of Monday. Temperatures may be a degree or two cooler, highs in the lower to upper 90s across the state with a very isolated shower. Wednesday, a week from today, that ridge is still over this area, but the main storm track over the U.S. and Canadian border, and that trough over the Pacific Northwest. And with that, any showers that form will be very isolated. Otherwise, it'll be a hazy, hot, humid, highs in the 90s, and heat indices well over 100 degrees. We head off into Voodoo. Here's July the 24th. Main storm track still over the U.S.-Canadian border, with a ridge over the southern and southeastern 2/3 of the country. And with that, there could be a popcorn shower or storm, albeit very isolated, and highs likely will be in the upper 80s to lower to middle 90s if this holds out. And then the end of the forecast on July the 28th, there's the 594 ridge again, centered about over Kansas City. Main storm track at the U.S.-Canadian border. And when it's at the U.S. and Canadian border, you very rarely get any showers and thunderstorms around here, albeit isolated, and highs will be in the 90s or thereabouts. Thank you for tuning in to the weather forecast video. We'll have another one tomorrow.